Hello and welcome to Day 3 of the Irish Nurses and Midwives Annual Delegate Conference for 2010 here in Trim, County Meath. Once again today we had another crowded agenda where first thing this morning the conference debated the proposed Nurses and Midwives Bill, and it was decided that a number of recommendations of amendments have to be put forward to the government and opposition parties, and that will be done immediately. It was also decided that branches and nurse reps and midwife reps around the country must approach their local public representatives and seek to have very important amendments to the current legislation brought forward, because the current proposals in their form are not acceptable. We then had a keynote address and a visit from the Minister for Health and Children, Ms Mary Harney TD. She addressed conference, and her address was followed by an inspiring address by our re-elected President, Ms Sheila Dixon. Sheila quite clearly spelled out the priorities of the organisation, the priorities of members in the front line, and the need first and foremost to rid our current health service of the recruitment embargo, which is seeing the loss of nursing and midwifery and other frontline posts to the detriment of patient care. We then also had motions which were very significant. One passed a motion of no confidence in On Board Alternate based upon its failure to support, advise and give guidance to nurses and midwives in these difficult times. It is all too quick to pursue fitness to practice complaints. It is far too slow to enable and empower nurses and midwives in dialogue with employers to ensure that mistakes are eradicated by ensuring the necessary environment for safe practice. And then latterly this afternoon we had the election of the incoming Executive Council, the re-election of our President Sheila Dixon for a further 2-year term, the re-election of our first Vice President, Ms Mary Ford, for another 2-year term. And then following an election amongst the delegates, Ms Anne McGowan from our Sligo branch was elected second Vice President for the period 2010 to 2012. So 3 packed days, 3 days which absolutely reinforced the message we want to give as patient advocates, that nurses and midwives will not stay silent in the face of cuts. We will not be silent in the face of senior management trying to impose incorrect, flawed policies, and that we will speak out. The conference also reaffirmed the decision that next year, on the 4th, 5th and 6th of May, the 2011 Annual Delegate Conference will be in Kilkenny, my own home county as it happens, where the delegates will meet again to discuss a progress on the agenda that we've set. The agenda given is a tall order. The difficulties to be overcome are significant. But the last 3 days has certainly galvanised all of us here, all of the delegates, to go back to their branches, go back to their fellow members, clearly directed to move together in solidarity, because as the President said, together, working together, we can overcome these difficulties. Working together, patients are safe in the hands of nurses and midwives. Thank you and goodbye from Trim, County Meath.